Hello. Hello. Audio is coming through beautifully. Once again, as is tradition, I almost clicked stop streaming. I'm gonna take you behind the curtains just for a second. I don't know if the wire will reach. But I've got the OBS right here, and there's the stop streaming button right here, and the studio mode button, which I have on like this. So there's two blue buttons, and I have to press one of them. You can't quite see it. Hang on. Here. Yeah, there's two blue buttons, and there's one I have to press, and it's the bottom one. I need to press the stop the studio mode thing. And every single time I almost press the top one. Let me put you back where you belong. Is the angle right? The angle is beautiful. How's life? How's everyone? I'm doing alright. As you noticed, there was no stream on Tuesday. Good reason for that. I was doing an interview for a PhD program. I've been doing a lot of that lately, and God willing, I'll be doing a lot more of it in the future. However, it does mean it's gonna interfere with the streaming schedule a little bit. It is what it is. Put me back on Maggie. I'm ready to suffer again. I had a good, healthy, filling dinner, by which I mean I had some convenience store sushi. Don't tell my mom. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good for the most part. Work has started ramping up again, but that's fine. You know, that's the nature of things. Hello, Drill Drive. How you doing? How's life? How's school? You little schoolboy, you. Mathematics, huh? That always like fascinates me. I did like a little bit of mathematics with my major. I minored in mathematical biology, just because I thought it would be a good idea to get some of that going and not just be like a pure bio major. Hello, Alyssa. And I gotta tell you, I mean, it was a good decision, like, CV-wise. It was a bad decision brain-wise. My brain is not made for that kind of stuff. You know what? Hit me with a glass gun. Oh, wait. I have my mods are off. Give me just a second. Yes. I think that should be fine. It's just the item descriptions, right? I don't think it should be an issue. Wait, new run? Oh, I have to start a new run if I enable the mods. Me today with my foggy foggy ass ADHD brain. What's happening? Yeah. It was good because like I learned stuff like coding and data analysis and systems modeling, you know, the kind of stuff that people really appreciate when you're coming out of a biology background. They also have the ability to put some of it to code and paper and such. But I gotta tell you, man, my brain saw like exponential probability and it escaped entirely. It was like, brother, best of luck. I'm not sticking around to see how this one finishes. That item, I hope was buffed. Which item? There were quite a few items we just saw. What? Nice. Hiring a biologist would snatch the coding person up. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean that was my hope also. This is also why while I was working, I made an effort to learn data analysis, and it's gotten to the point now where I can actually do data analysis as part of my job, which looks hella freaking good in my resume. And okay, this is a little embarrassing. So my job, my lab, we published a paper back in like October of 2023. So keep in mind, this is like over a year ago now. And I've been doing PhD interviews now, and these people expect me to know my stuff. So I've been going back to that paper and I've been reading through it. And I gotta tell you, it's been over a year. I like only now fully understood the paper. Like reading through it, I was like, oh, hell yeah. What Abilify is made out of. I don't know what Abilify is. I never been to Ubu Java. Oh, psych med? Yeah, not a clue. I am like I'm going into pharmacology, but from like a very biology background. I don't have a lot of chemistry experience under my belt. Sure, sure. It's really annoying. I wanted to get me some coins or something, but I've kind of been everywhere. Actually, I guess I can go in the curse room since I can heal anyway. So let me go in there, check what's going on. Better not be petroleum. Why? What's wrong with petroleum? They make shit out of that all the time. Okay, I mean not bad though. I'll take it for sure. I was just hoping to get some kind of a bomb. Some kind of a something. Anyway, yeah, it's like a little sad, but it took over a year for me to like fully read, take notes on the paper that I am an author on, and then be like, holy shit, guys. We're doing some pretty fucking cool research. And it's been really validating talking to all these experts in the field and explaining my research to them and being able to answer their high level questions. Because one of the big, like, I don't know if I have, like, I would say problems, but one of my insecurities I had about going into a PhD was that, do I have what it takes? Am I at the level that I'm supposed to be getting into a PhD? Turns out the answer is yes. We do have to do boss rush, so maybe I should not be doing. I should not be stomping and popping every poop and fire and such. I say as I pop every poop and fire. Oh, I wish I had a bomb. How big an audience do you think you got in heaven? What do you mean an audience? Who are you performing for in heaven? Heaven for me, like an audience of 0, I think, would be ideal. Like once I'm done, once I shuffle off the mortal coil, I don't need freaking nothing. If heaven is as advertised, I will be perfectly satisfied being myself. So I will not have a little monkey brain going like, oh, you need validation, you need people to like you, go hit live, go stream, you know? So I'll, for real, just talk to no one. I'll just be in heaven. Heaven for me is going to be playing all the video games in my Steam backlog. Just freaking sitting down and going through them alphabetically. That's going to be my heaven. And if it's anything like actual heaven is supposed to be, I'll never run out. Oh, for Twitch stream? If I was streaming Twitch from heaven, like, are we talking about I stream Twitch from heaven to a heavenly audience, or it's like right now? So like hang on, because I think we're having a misunderstanding. Are we talking about right now I stream and then there's people in heaven watching? Do you think heaven gets Twitch? Okay, so if I, as an Earthling, I'm streaming to heaven, man. I mean, okay, it's like a hard question to field, because like there's a lot of dead people, right? But do you know the motherfuckers that have died already? I'm talking about like Plato. I'm talking about Confucius. I'm talking about fucking Jack the Ripper, dude. If they're streaming, I don't stand a chance. I don't know that there's like a lot of market there for me. I don't know that there's room for me in heaven like that. This is completely unrelated to the heaven thing, by the way, but I was thinking about it today. Do you realize the peepee doodoo crowd? Yeah, those would be there for me. That's my gang, my people. That's just peepee heehee doodoo because it's like the initials for PhD, which is what I've been concerned with as of late. Yeah, I can't take credit for that. It was the team name of a bar trivia team that we went up against like well over 2 years ago, but we were so enamored with their name that it's just stayed as an ongoing joke. My tangent. Oh, my tangents to like this is the stuff I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about like, do you realize how like lame it is that Elon renamed Twitter X when he already has a company named SpaceX, which is ostensibly the cooler X. Like he already had a company named Cool X, and then he went like, you know what? Let me name this one X. Just the lame one. This joke, it doesn't have a lot of legs. I don't have a lot of material on there beyond that, but that's just something that's been on the brain lately. Wow, still not a single bomb. 2 tinted rocks and not one single bomb. Maybe I go in the shop, see if they'll sell me one for $5. Yeah. Nice. King baby. Oh, if only. Yeah. Well, 1 soul heart. This run, like, we're being kind of deprived here. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I've been doing? So, I have this policy. I give myself this policy, right? Because I'm telling you, I've been doing a lot of PhD interviews. I've started to develop this policy for myself. The first one is I click the Zoom link for the interview exactly 5 minutes before the interview starts. That way, if the guy is there, I don't put pressure on him to like start talking and start the thing before, but I'm there early no matter what. But then if I'm there 5 minutes early, I like to give myself the 5 minutes before, so sort of starting 10 minutes before the conversation begins. I stop looking at my notes, looking at papers, looking at my questions, and I just kind of give myself the time to relax. Because, you know, I build a bit of anxiety in something, and if I have a bit of anxiety going into the interview, that can really easily snowball, right? Because, like, you start like stumbling over yourself to get the answer to a question out, and you don't get it correctly, and you're kind of, you know, and it kind of feeds on itself, and you end up having a bad interview. So I give myself those 5 minutes to just, like, you know, empty the brain, deep breaths, and get ready for clicking the link, and then waiting, and hopefully I get another 5 minutes to relax. But if I don't, I've had my time, right? So I've been doing that, and unironically, and this is a little lame, I started saying I am one with the Force is one with me, while I was sitting there waiting for the Zoom link to like start. I give myself those 5 minutes, and during those 5 minutes I would be sat there and be like, I'm one with the Force is one with me. And unironically, it fucking helped. I see why they were fucking doing that. I see why they did that in the Rogue One movie. That shit works for real. It really calmed me down. So yeah, that's what I've been up to recently. I've been just doing a lot of PhD interview and the like. I'm getting like pretty quite small floors, aren't I? Like honestly, kind of. Look at this. Alright, 2 guys. There we go. Thank you. 1 guy. Chilling in a hot tub. How did my interviews go yesterday? They went pretty well. It was a little... Yes, yes. I have a bomb. Let's go. What you got for me? Yes. I'm gonna try for Mega Satan. They went pretty well. I had one interview with sort of like a second choice school, and one interview with my top choice. And they both went pretty well. I think the second choice one I kind of have locked down. I think those ones are gonna offer me a spot. I'm not, I'm not speaking in absolutes, but I think they're gonna offer me a spot because it's a smaller university. It's still a reputable university, a perfectly good university I would love to go to, don't get me wrong, but it's a smaller university and I come from a big university with experience, with, I have stuff going for me. They are all in my area-ish. None of them are outside California. But some are like, I think the furthest is like a 4-hour drive from where we live right now. So the plan, unironically, probably would be to move to wherever I am doing my PhD. Because even though it's ideal for us to stay in LA because of her job, we can make it work. She mostly works from home, so it is what it is. Most couples move around with the PhD person. Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's like a PhD is such a big time commitment. If you don't move to wherever that person is, you're basically committing yourself to a several year long distance relationship, which is sucky as hell. So go to UC Davis, you can say hi RL. You go to UC Davis? Holy. Actually, wait, I applied to like a bunch of universities from the UC system. I think UC Davis is the one I did not apply to. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got recommended some programs for UC Davis by like a person at work, and I was looking at them. And I looked at the program, and unironically, it was like a veterinarian program. And I was like, yeah, that's not really what I'm looking for. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of research to be done in a veterinarian program. It's just more focused around like using animal models and that kind of stuff, and not so much on molecular biology, right? But there's still a lot of, like, I was looking at papers, and the papers were all about cancer research and stuff. It's just like cancer in cats, and that kind of stuff, which is still a very noble cause, but it's not what I've done so far and not where my heart is. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go for that, I don't think. Gauss Flash is a good item now? Apparently, man. They're like really shrinking them. I don't really go for the stomp a lot of the times, but the fact that they kind of get shrunk and they run away is huge already. I don't know if the fact that I have Trisagion or Trisagon or whatever it's called is helping me here, actually, because it does a lot of hits per second, and I don't know if each of those hits has a chance to shrink. The stomp works, it used to not work. I thought it always worked, but the problem was that, like, if the enemy spawns tears when it dies, when you stomp on it, like, you get hurt by the tear, which is a problem. I don't think that's the case anymore. Also, do you like my spiffy shirt? I had to dig this out of the back of my closet because I've had 3 days in a row of PhD interviews, and I was like, do I even own 3 shirts? I was thinking, like, do I even have that? Turns out I do. But I'm gonna have to put some of them in the wash probably today because I have another interview Saturday. Yeah, sure. Champs are still an issue? Maybe. I don't know. I'm still kind of dealing with them. I need to find the item room. Wait, no. No, I found the item room. Holy, I didn't even realize it. I'm a poet, I didn't even know it. Yeah. Oh god, I'm so good with it now. Holy. Alright, let's go. All I do is drink water. I've drank water non-stop with my dinner. I'm gonna have to stop and pee at some point. I'm calling it now. This is gonna be a piss stream. Gonna go down in the history books. It is Thursday. Hello, Rune. How you feeling? Oh my god, it's been a couple days. I hope you're feeling better. How's the persistent, nasty, ugly cold? Is it just a cold, or did you test positive for something? Stay away. What contaminants have I been inhaling? I've not been inhaling any contaminants. I've just been drinking a lot of water. Mostly better. We love to hear it. Hell yeah, Rin. When Rune suffers, we all suffer. That's on me, actually. I have been doing a lot of PhD interviews, as I have been touching on here and there during this stream. They've been going pretty well. I was talking about my interviews yesterday. That was like a tangent I friggin' abandoned at some point. I don't even know why. I had 2 interviews yesterday. One for my top choice, and one for like one of my secondary schools. Like secondary options, not like secondary education schools. They both went pretty well. So far, actually, I think my interviews for my top school have been going the best, which is fantastic. Both times, like, when I've been talking about my research, the people I've been talking to have been like, this is so fucking cool. And they've finished up with like, hell yeah, come to us. Like, I hope to see you around in the program and stuff. So, you know, I think I'm doing okay. Yeah, there's like one other guy at my job who is applying for the same PhD program at the same school as I am. Is there only fucking one of you? No, there's not. Okay, what the fuck? Is the health bar messed up? I feel like I was hitting that guy like non-stop. No. Okay, crazy. Oh, bomb? For real? Apologize for missing so many streams lately. They're simply not applicable. Hey, there's no obligation to see any of my streams. If you watch a stream, that's like, that's a favor you are doing to me. There's no expectation here. You drop by when you want to, you leave when you have to. That's all good. Yeah, I mean, better than the heart I've not been using. Ooh, I was so sure I was gonna hit the creepy crawl there. You got splash the heart, you can stomp the mask. Wait, I'm getting some primo intel over here. That's good to know. Again, I don't really go for the stomps very much, because it's not the way I play. I like to play kind of slow and ranty. But that's good to know. Overcharge the 2 full. I don't think that really does anything for me. I'm gonna grab one of these just to be sure, but I think we're doing all right. If I'm able to. Yeah, I know. Yeah, your advice is always appreciated. Thank you very much. They just turned into regular viz. What the fuck? There was like something I wanted to talk about that I have completely forgotten. But I promise it was good and funny. No, D10 is D's, man. It can't devolve the boss, right? Will it turn him into like the regular version? I don't like this one with his like brimstone. Yep, with that. I don't know if you can notice, like, sometimes when an enemy is about to do an attack that's gonna hit me, I kind of, like, move a little, like it's actually going to hit, like my legs twitch. Like, sort of when you play Mario Kart on the Wii, and you are actually, like, twisting your body with the controls. I do that shit, but with Isaac. Speaking of Mario Kart and the Wii, did you see, like, they've done like a bit of a release thing for the Switch 2? Yes, please. Oh, that's much better. They've announced the Switch 2, or they did a bit of an announcement, and they showed in the announcement frickin' Mario Kart. And I'm like, I'm sorry, people got so excited when they saw a new Mario Kart. My ass was looking at that like, is this not good, like the same as every other Mario Kart? I feel like the Mario Karts have been, there's not much that has changed since the Mario Kart Wii. I feel like, what's the change that happened in between the previous one and the Switch one? That you can ride, like, no, that was for the 3DS, that you can do like the inverted stuff and the sailing and the flying and that kind of, like, that's it. Like, I feel like Mario Kart is the Call of Duty of Nintendo games, as the FIFA of Nintendo games. Like, it's the same thing. I'm sorry, you cannot be dunking on FIFA and then be like, oh, Mario, did you see, oh, Mario Kart. It's the same game. I'm sorry if this is controversial. I mean to create no rifts, no division. It's the same freaking game though. What you Wheel of Fortune? Isn't this one like 24 players? What, the Mario Kart or the Switch? If the Mario Kart is 24 players, that's actually fucking something. Not gonna lie. How they fit so many players in a screen in a computer so small. How'd they do that? Okay, I need to play a little careful. Treasure room items are replaced with devil deals. Tempted, but I need at least one more angel deal. You have to understand. Oh god. I understand the want to make it look more mature and appealing to adult audiences, but I'm tired of the modern design and telling you make it a black box with 2 lines on it. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like, they really did just, like, the Switch, the original, I mean the original, Switch 1, the only one that exists presently, it looks like a toy. It looks, and in a good way, I mean, like, it looks like a toy because you're supposed to have fun with it. This one looks closer to like a PlayStation 5. And I associate the PlayStation 5 with like sweat lords playing NBA, like 2K something or other. You know? Like, it doesn't strike me as the sort of family fun, the console you have as a party console. It seems like they're trying to go away from that. And I'm like, why would you do that? Snake and satanic anyways. I don't know about all that. It seems... Ooh! Explosion immunity. Host hat. Huge. Huge. We're nice to look at. A black square with rounded edge is not nice to look at. I know exactly what you mean. I have the same problem, but with cars. I touched on it a little bit when I was car shopping. My main problem is that I was looking at cars that were like from the fucking 80s and 90s. Because I'm like, that's when cars still look different. Like, every car looked different from the next car. Now, you go out onto literally any street, look at any sequence of 3 cars parked next to the next, 50% chance they look the fucking same. They're not going to be the same, you know, same manufacturer. They're not going to be same make or model. But they're going to look the fucking same, I guarantee. It's really upsetting. So I have the same problem with cars. This sort of like enshittification of cars, I don't enjoy at all. Huge, please. Yes, huge. I need that. Part of me wants to get the trinket box. Oh. Well, I mean, I still want to. We'll see if it can happen though. And half a heart. Oh, just 2 coins, man. Okay, I'm gonna... How are we on time? 25? We're not making boss rush. Take me around to get a couple more coins for the trinket box, actually, because I feel like that's pretty important. That can be pretty good. Don't look at me. I'm bad, okay? Yeah. I find it so funny how there were so many leaks about the Nintendo Switch, and every time Nintendo was like so pissy about it. Every time they were like, "Why are you leaking our stuff? Don't do that." Wow. And then they released the thing, and every single leak was correct. Every single one that was right. There we go. Huge, exactly what we want. Enough coin. Enough coin. Give me one more. Oh. Yeah. Even to the thing, because like there was a leak that was like you were going to be able to use the little Joy-Cons as like a computer mouse. You're gonna be able to, like, it's gonna have a sensor to recognize that. And there was a point during the reveal in which they showed them kind of gliding that way across the surface, and people were like, "Holy shit, we got it right to the fucking mouse thing. That's how hard we read, y'all." Yeah, I'll take 17% chance upgraded to like a 24% chance. 34% chance. Holy, yeah, maybe I want that. Yeah, just friggin' bring me in with that. That's gonna help me maintain deal. Oh, devil deal. Are we going up or down? I guess it doesn't matter. So for argument's sake, let's say we go up. I still want my angel deal. I still want that. I'm still trying for Mega Satan here. I feel like going up is a much easier way to do Mega Satan because you get a lot of chests over there that have no strings attached, no devil deal. Mayhaps less powerful, but it lets you keep your health for when you're fighting Mega Satan. Which, let's not forget, I'm gonna need that. Yeah. Today, I think today, depending on how pooped I am after the stream, but I think today I'm gonna go and inflate my first car tire. My car started giving me like a notification that, hey, the front right tire is a little baggy, a little loose. Put some air in it, please. And I'm unironically kind of terrified of doing that. Even though it's literally just like inflating a tire. I'm sitting there like, that's crazy. Car tire stream? No, because I feel like that's like #1 way to get doxxed. Is showing you my fucking car with the plates and the environment it drives in. That seems like a real easy way to be like, hey, this is where I live, come get me. Which, granted, right, and there's not that many people watching the stream, but can never be too safe with this shit, man. Because it's like either, you know, someone watching right now is like, alright, bet, let me go get this motherfucker. Or it goes up on the YouTube or whatever, and then someone there in the future is like, hey, let me go get this motherfucker. Either way, I lose. No. I'm gonna drip feed you stuff about my life, but entirely on my terms here. Unironically though, I thought about doing some kind of a car stream because I am going to be doing a bit of like modifications to the car. Modifications. I'm gonna be changing the radio. I'm not gonna be tuning it out. But I'm gonna be doing a little something something, and I thought that would be a fun thing to watch. But it's such a different thing from what I watch, and B, carries such a higher risk of doxing myself that I'm a little leery of doing it, as you will understand, hopefully. Oh, host hat, freaking coming at clutch, intercepting. Fuck. I better get an angel deal next one, or I'm just like screwed here. That's crazy. To the salt flats? The Utah salt flats? They're in Utah, right? Yeah. I'm not driving to fucking Utah to pump air in my tire. First of all, my tire is gonna fucking pop before I make it there. And second of all, I'm gonna spend so much fucking money on gas. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, a bit more of a chance. A little bit more chance, we take it. Fucking drive to the salt flats. This MFer, you seeing that? I heard they have ice cream there. At the salt flats? Do they put salt on it? Do they put salt on the ice cream? Unironically, I would eat it. That seems pretty tasty to me. But I gotta know. Okay, that's you done. There we go. Only on the caramel flavor. That's weak stuff. That's weak shit. If you're gonna put salt on the ice cream, give me like a chocolate salt. Chocolate salt is already like a tried and tested flavor. Give me a chocolate salt. Give me, actually, I don't know if I told y'all. I love me ice creams with weird flavors. I have a tub in the fridge of a blue cheese and pear ice cream. It is so tasty. It's like blue cheese, honey, and pear, I think, something like that. It's so good. I've not had much of it lately because it's a little cold. But when the weather gets a little better, oh, catch me on that for sure. Maybe. Chocolate salt ice cream would bang? Yeah, it would. Actually, okay, we bought these chocolate covered Himalayan salt sprinkled almonds that we've been snacking on. Holy shit. That is worse than crack. The little bit of chocolate in there, it keeps me coming back. I feel like I'm like a mountain goat licking the side of a cliff for salt crystals. Like every time I eat, I'm like, yes, give me some more of that. Hello, Shade War. How's life? Shade War walks in. I'm like, I feel like a mountain goat licking the side of a cliff. But you know, I yearn for the salt crystals. I can't help who I am. It is my truth. What? Don't come at me. And if you come at the king, you best not miss. Motherfucker. Oh, FYI. We will not have stream this Saturday because I have a recruitment event for one of the PhD programs I'm applying to. I don't know how long it'll last, but ostensibly until at least the middle of the day, and then beyond then I'll be probably too pooped to stream. But expect Sunday stream, I think. That should not be an issue. Cat eating a salt lamp. Okay, I've always wondered it and I never actually tried it and licked it, so maybe that's a detriment to, that says something about my scientific commitment. Are those like rock salt lamps actually just like a chunk of salt? Because if they are, like, why aren't we like tapping that for condiments, I guess is my question. Like, what's stopping me from grabbing like a cheese grater and just putting a bit of lamp on my food. I thought that shit was like, they call it a salt crystal, but it's like a plastic. That was my thinking. Oh my god, somehow I'm fast enough. Devil deal again? How do I pivot this into a Mega Satan run? I don't know if I can. It's definitely not a delirium rum, at least not yet. Not food grade. Someone put one in their dishwasher and it dissolved? Okay, but like... I mean, I'll check it out. Nah, it's fine. I mean, I guess we go up, at least. There is a chance we get an angel in a secret room here in the cathedral. So let's go and find those. I know that can happen. Okay, let's also not take silly damage. I think that's going to be a big step toward our goal of getting an angel deal. Okay, gotcha. An electric chair. I was gonna say be there or be square, but then I was thinking like, what rhymes with square? Chair? Be there or you're getting the chair? It sounded pretty good to me. I don't know. I've got a bit of an authoritarian streak these days. I am the state. And all that. Maybe. So yeah, all you MFers, what did not show up? Frickin'. I'm gonna rub my socks on the carpet and touch the tip of your nose. So be ready for that. Did you? I think you showed up. I don't know, did you show up? Are you present? Are you here? Do you listen and care? Are you actively listening? Are you making an effort? Nah. I have limited bombs, and I'm very bad at finding secret rooms. Definitely care. Hell yeah. I think you're fine. I think you showed up. There's also... What else can open Mega Satan door? Mr. Me, Dadsky. We can try and aim for some like... I mean, aim for, you know, as much as we can aim for something like that. But I've seen Dadsky spawn in one of the chests up there in the chest. So, maybe. Go on one rant right now? Sure. Did you know the house right in front of mine is getting demolished, dude? I parked the car and I start walking to my house. Well, my house, like it's a house that got divided into apartments. I was looking and I see just something posted on the house that says notice of demolition, and I'm like, what? And I go look at it, and it says like, yep, we're gonna demolish the whole duplex. Just FYI. And now I'm like, well, it's gonna be fucking fun to live here while that's happening right across the street. Definitely hell to get out of the house. Okay. But yeah, that's you know, that's happening. Ah, I knew that was gonna happen, you asshole. Oh, curse room check for sure. For free. So yeah, the house in front of mine is getting demolished. In a string, like there's been like a bit of a string of demolitions in my neighborhood, and I think it's because it's a lot of houses where it would be very uh it would be very profitable to have apartment buildings, because all the houses have been turned into little apartments anyway. The houses have been split up like that. Where I live right now, it's holy shit, dude, will you die? Where I live right now is technically a house, but it got like separated into different apartments. There's 6 little apartments where there used to be one decently sized house. And that's, you know, if that's the trend that's going on here and it's just apartments anyway, I imagine they're sitting there like, well, why am I not making the most of it? Demolish the place, put a big apartment building there, or sell the territory to someone that will put an apartment building there. Make a nice bit of cash on the side. I can't say I blame them. It's not like, you know, having houses rather than apartment buildings makes a lot of sense when there's not really families living there. It's just little like young couples, which if you count that as a family, I guess, but it's not what they mean when they say family housing. So ultimately, but it's crazy to me actually. You wanted a rant, you're getting a rant, by the way. It's crazy to me that they have to post that notice of demolition, because there was one house that posted a notice of demolition, and then I think the people in the neighborhood kind of rallied and decided not, like they kind of like pushed against it, and they got the people to stop the demolition, which is crazy to me, because I'm like, if I bought the freaking house, don't I get to choose what happens to it? Like, I own the land, motherfucker. I don't care. Like, me telling you I'm demolishing it is a formality. Like, you should not be able to stop me from doing whatever. I own the damn place, no? Like, I'm all for being cordial and being like a nice, good person. I understand my freedoms end where other people's freedoms begin. I understand all of that. But I'm sitting here like, if I own the ground it's on, I can do whatever the hell I want. And if I don't, it's just because I'm nice. Oh no, that take might be a little too hot. What is going on? Just got a sneak preview of a new VTuber for Shiba Roots, the new VTube model. If you want to watch good content, go watch Shiba Roots. I just think she's like one of the streamers I have in my about page. No, thank you. Okay, where's the other secret room? It can be at the edge. It has to be like at the edge of a place, right? That's how those go. So I think it's either at the edge here at the end, actually. I don't think it's here. I don't think this is it. I think it's the one at the end. Once a month content if you're lucky. Hello. I did not know you were here. What's up? Did you see I got a face cam now? I mean, you know I have a face cam because we played D&D together. But I'm using it on streaming and such. My face is out for the world to see. I'm so good at finding secret rooms. Shut the fuck up, everyone. Take a moment. Hold some space for how good I am at finding secret rooms. We love the flesh vessel. Yes. The flesh vessel. He hungers. Yeah, there's, as far as I can tell, no way to get frickin'... Ooh, dodge, please. Dodge, please. If it comes to it, I have the Sun card, which can take me from no health to max health. Pretty huge, if I say so myself. So I can afford to take some damage here. But my damage is pretty low, which is a bit of a problem. Oh, what the fuck? This dude snuck up on me. Yeah. There's not been as much content You can also destroy a flesh vessel with a hammer. Well, you can destroy a lot of things with a hammer, to be fair. I don't think, if that's what we're like judging things by, you can destroy a lot of things with a lot of things. I see that chat's kind of run away in sort of a necromantic angle, but god damn it, that's what I love about y'all. Ah, I got poked. All right, let's go. Manifesting Dadsky, manifesting Mr. Me. Please, please. No. Maybe. No. I think that might bring my damage up, actually. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, if I do this, my fire rate's gonna go way up, but my stats are balanced. I don't know if I want to take that, given that I'm about to do a lot of boss fights. It is bedtime. Oh, good night. Have the sweetest of dreams. And feel better, please. Having a cold sucks. I still have like lingering effects from my cold, which is crazy. I have the black lung, papa. It's insane. Like, I had a cold. Not even the flu, by the way. I tested. Not the flu. But now, if I breathe in deeply, I still, like, reflexively cough sometimes. I go like... yep, like that. It's crazy, dude. I've not had the cold in a while. I'm so sorry you had to hear that, by the way. I did not expect it to hit me like that. But it did. Jesus. That really was the black lung. But it's like, it's one of those where I'm like, holy shit, I've got lingering effects from this. All the youth and teachers are getting sick. Well, that's how it goes. Speaking of the youth, oh my god, my YouTube yesterday gave me actually the best recommendation ever. The Miami Boys Choir. I don't know if you know what that is. It's the best thing ever. It's little Jewish boys on a stage like K-pop bands, like K-pop boy band, singing Jewish pop songs. And the comments are fucking insane. I love them. They're like, oh my god, Benjamin had to pay rent, dude. Oh my god, look at David hitting those high notes. It's insane. I have a David bias. It's crazy, the comments. I love it so much. Unironically, go check it out right now. They have like one video that has 8.4 million views from like 2 years ago, and it got recommended to me, and I went on a deep dive. It's so good. It's actually so good. Miami Boys Choir. Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna feed the beast. See what we get. Yeah, actually. I'll take that. The longer I can delay using the sun card, the better. Okay, it's looking like I'm gonna need it. Performed April 2008. No, like all those kids are like full adults now. All those kids are like, it's so funny because there's one video where they were like stepping forward and doing solos and stuff. And there's one kid that didn't step forward to do his solo. And this is like one of those, is like performed 2008 or whatever. And they're like, oh my god, why did Yair not step forward to do his freaking thing? And then they're like, oh, you need to go check out his TikTok. He addressed this controversy, saying that he thought it was like a everyone's verse, but actually they turned it into a solo, like live on stage right on him then. It's like, it's crazy, dude. They got their own dramas for the Miami Boys Choir. It's so good though. It's so good though. I think I've officially lost Shiba now. Shiba is just going deep on the Miami Boys Choir. Justice for your ear. I know. They did him dirty. Well, I mean, I don't know what, like... Whoa, dude. Chill out. I don't know if they intended it to be like a touching thing that was like... Because I don't know if it was like his first live performances or like his last live performance. I've like unironically also done a bit of a deep dive. I've also kind of ingrained myself in this culture now. The room clear reward chance kind of huge with chests and such. I've done a bit of a deep dive, but basically I think it was either his first or last live performance. And so they were like, I think they thought it would be a touching thing to have him step forward sort of unannounced and be like, here's this boy, right? But since they didn't tell him, it ended up kind of looking like he didn't want to do it and they were making him or something. And yeah, and I mean, you know, I don't care how much of the makings of a pop star I have. If you put me, like, if you put a singular spotlight on me on stage, I'm not fucking doing shit. I need to get me a therapist and a lawyer and, I don't know. A pediatrician. I was gonna say a doctor, but if I'm in the Miami Boys Choir, probably a pediatrician. If you are not, like, if you have not switched off and started watching that, I need to impress on you. This is the Miami Boys Choir. Like, it's not fucking adults. The oldest one is like 11, looks like. Okay? Like I mean that. Like they are kids. It's the Miami Boys Choir. Oh god. I hate this. I hate this. Somehow I've managed to like lose all my health. I'm holding out hope for like somehow. Oh, secret room over there? Sure. But yeah, it's so fucking funny to me. I love it so much. Sometimes, you know, my YouTube recommendations, I like to every now and then throw a bit of like a wrench in the works. Kind of make sure I'm keeping YouTube on their toes. So I'll just be like, you know, in between all the gaming and essay videos that I watch, maybe I'll go and look at, I don't know, the grocery store advert for like an 80s mom and pop shop. Just like something to like give the algorithm a bit of a jump scare and start recommending me some wild shit. And it works, man. They'll start giving me some like fucking the Miami Boys Choir without going any further. Just like give it a little jolt, so it's like, all right, we need to renormalize. We need to freaking find what he likes. He's reinvented himself. Help. Oh shit, dude. I'm like dead. I need to find a way to heal up. Like right now. But I don't know if I have a way to heal up. We are talking about the Miami Boys Choir, Emma. Well, of course Emma knows. Like the second she was like in the bathroom when I saw the YouTube recommendation. I'm gonna try this. Okay. Actually, an ironically good idea. Well, I don't know about that. It's an idea. I heard YouTube algorithm and I knew. Hell yeah. I mean, come on. It's so good. Who's your Miami Boys Choir bias? Forget astrology. Who's your Miami Boys Choir bias? Right now. Right now, motherfucker. Do not interact. if you don't believe David was done dirty at the live performance of I don't even fucking know. I don't even know what the songs are called. I just know I love them deep with my heart. Somehow we making it out with this one. There's still like a guy. Yeah, I see you. What the fuck? What the fuck? While I was in the middle of that room, I felt something wet on my side, and I'm looking like nothing spilled. And it is wet. I don't know what's going on. I'm going crazy. Benjamin placed a curse on me. Binding of Isaac 4D for real. Wait, no, don't stand under it. Don't stand under this motherfucker. Yeah, I'm dead. Fuck, dude. I had a decent run going. Actually, fucking bring me somewhere else. I don't like playing Maggie. Maggie sucks. Give me Kane. The way I almost just like fully took my shirt off to explore what the fuck was going on. But I can't give you all that yet. We can't be doing that. Come on. Not on this app, if you catch my drift. Stand 6... What do you mean stand 6 feet under? Okay, actually, stand 6 feet under brings me to like... brings me to like one slightly controversial opinion. I have the choreography. I know. Are you only now watching the video? The choreography is fucking insane. No, I'm telling you. It's so funny because they all look like the kid that gets bullied at school. They all look lame as shit. They all look like me when I was a kid, in short. But they're busting out moves. They unironically look cool as hell, man. The Miami Boys Choir. Yeah. So, I don't know if you know this, but here in LA, we have like a big old military cemetery. This is coming off of the stand 6 feet under. It's not related at all to the Miami Boys Choir. But it's like a massive military. It's like one of those where like you look at it and you're like, the atrocities of war made real within my mind right now, right? And yet, part of me, like, I was looking at it and I'm like, I feel like we're gonna run out of space. I'm sorry to say, like, we're sending enough people out. I think at some point we're gonna run out of space. Like, if every person in the military is guaranteed a burial there, it only takes like a war to fill that place up. And part of me was thinking, well, is it so wrong to maybe start burying them standing up? Maybe make the plot like half the size? That way we really save up on space? Oh no, that feels like a little blasphemous. But that's like a thought I had. You know, standing at attention, even beyond death. I feel like there's a way we can spin this patriotically. Stay with me on this. We can make burying men like sideways a sissy thing, and then that's when we'll get them. They'll be like, fuck yeah, bury me standing up. That's how you get them with that. Otherwise, it's impossible. I want to be cremated. Same. I mean, don't let me leave a mark on this earth. I am an organ donor, so, you know, let me leave a mark in that respect. But nothing else. That's it. It's crazy. Like, every time I look at my driver's license and I look at the little thing that says donor yes, or like it just says like a little donor badge, it's a little sort of brush with my own mortality every time. Every time I look at that, like it gives me like a glimpse into a future where I've died in a car crash and my lungs are in someone else now, you know? I not necessarily like like I definitely want that to happen if I die in a car crash. But it also gives me a little bit of that like, ooh, shit. You know what I mean? Isn't that the sort of light-hearted commentary you come to these videos for? Wouldn't it be fucked up if you died? Average Twilight Zone episode? Oh, that's a much better active. Wouldn't that be fucked up? Anyway, good night. There we go. Whoa, stay away. Yeah. I feel like this is okay. So I don't know if any of you remember your first sort of brush with the knowledge that you like with your first acknowledgement of your mortality. Once again, we're here. We're going deep in this one. I didn't want to. You yanked it out of me. We're getting deep with this one. When I was a kid, we're doing mortality on Twitch. You best believe it. We're covering every topic. I am a multidisciplinary man. Fuck. But when I was young, I had a friend. Let's call him. I don't want to give out like names and shit. So let's call him Joe, because that's certainly not his name. Because lest you forget, I am not from the U.S. So let's call him Joe. So when I was a kid, I played with Joe a lot. And then one day I had the sort of very prescient realization that I would stop playing with him one day and then that would never happen again. And I remember that like I was inconsolable. I was having that kind of like sobs that you have when like a relative has died. I was like, you know, like my parents had to come down from their bedroom and be like, what's going on, Gallium? And it'd be like, Joe's not gonna play with me anymore. And they were like, oh no, did something happen? And I was like, no, when we die. It was like one of those like they had no clue what they were getting into when they came downstairs to be like, what the fuck is the kid crying about now? But yeah, no, I mean, I was on that shit. Best believe I was. But looking back on it, I'm a little disappointed that my first existential crisis, first and only actually as far as I'm aware, was about fucking Joe. Because he ended up actually not being that good of a friend. And I look back on it and it's like, you took my existential like virginity. You took my e-card, motherfucker, and now I'm like, I don't have anything. Like, you know, he became one of those guys that like he had a girlfriend, but he was like not fantastic to her, never abusive as far as I know, but he like took her for granted things, and he started playing guitar, acoustic guitar, and smoking weed, and that became his whole personality. And you know, and this is why I'm like, I didn't want to give out his name, because I feel like it's a little fucked up to say that and then be like, and that's the guy, go get him. But yeah, I remember it was so funny. And again, you know, this is under the veil of anonymity. Joe, if you are listening, I love you still, somewhere deep down. I remember when he broke up with his girlfriend. He had been dating his girlfriend since they were like 13. And they broke up when they were like, I don't know, 20 or something. It was like a long-term relationship, but one of those like school sweetheart things that once they each blossomed into adults, they were like, yeah, this shit's not working. We're not compatible. I remember he posted like on his Instagram story a black and white drawing of Bart Simpson. What is meat flavor? Oh. Oh, nah, I'm okay. A black and white drawing of Bart Simpson tatted up and sort of like crying and being like, you used to be my everything or something. It was like one of those like, what is happening right here? What is this deconstruction of the ego I'm seeing? It was a crazy time to be. Even by that time we weren't like close friends at that point, because I don't know. He became one of those people that whenever you hung out, it was always like me, me, me. You know, it was like one of those things like when you're hanging out, he would call to hang out, and then he would just dump all his drama on you. And the second you tried to get a little tit for tat, it would like move on to a different. Like it was emotional vampirism, I guess is the way to put it. And holy, he became something. I don't know what he's up to right now. I know he wanted to become a teacher, which, you know, like, teaching is a noble profession, and I respect it a lot, and I myself have an interest in it. You know, I do not discard the possibility that I could become a professor beyond doing my PhD. I do not think he would be a good teacher. I'm sorry. He couldn't, like, he was the kind of guy that was like not turning in his homework and stuff. Like, you gotta have a little more than that to be a teacher. You gotta have like a sense of, like, an awareness that there are other people in the room besides yourself to be a teacher. I think he wanted to be a teacher because he saw it as an easy profession, which, as far as I'm aware, if you're doing it right, it's not. I need to sneeze. No, I don't. I'll never sneeze. I'll never die. Oh, man. Ooh. I mean, sure. I've been taking a lot of damage, but sure. No, I don't even have any damage to be healing. But yeah, I'm like, can you believe this guy? What? Can you believe this guy? Like, I had my first existential crisis about him, and then he turned out to be like a bad person. Like, what happens when you have a situation like that? Like, it's sort of like, I think an equivalence that could be made is like if your first crush turns out to be a bad person. Like, it's like, you know, you had a hold on me. You were like a part of my emotional maturement. I ripened emotionally because of you. And now you're fucking telling me we didn't even find the item room yet. Now you're telling me you were a shithead? Like, I had no impact on you the way you had on me? I just... it just rubs me the wrong way. What can I say? What more can I say of it? There we go. You better fucking not. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Eh. What can I say except you're welcome? I mean, yeah, truly, it's... I don't know, like... That's the kind of thing that sometimes, like... It sticks with me, you know? We leave an imprint on other people, and other people leave an imprint on us. And then it's like, you know, finding out they're a bad person, it kind of tarnishes that imprint a little bit. You kind of look back on that and you're like, well, do I still need to be holding space for defying gravity? Or like, what are we even doing around here anymore? Angel deal. Huge. 22 bombs, by the way. Okay, Angelic Prism already pretty decent. Spear of Destiny, whatever. Book of Revelations. Plus 17.5% Angel Room. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to go with. Pop it. And freaking let's go, baby. Oh. Oh, the High Priestess? Dude. Hell yeah. Use it. Thank you. Yeah, the higher chance is gonna be huge, actually. So I'm trying out the new streaming schedule. I'm trying 6 to 8:30 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday weekday time. That way I can hopefully sneak in dinner before streaming, because I have to say my banter suffers greatly when I've not had like my daily allotment of glucose. Oh my god, today I was shocked. Shocked. I guess I'm using both. Yeah. Fucking do it. Everything's better than coins. Could be anything. It could even be coins. I was shocked today. I had this sandwich. It looked perfectly innocent and it tasted delicious. It was just like a sandwich with some like cheese and I think a bit of salami and lettuce. And I had it, and then when I was done with it, I looked at the nutritional information and that shit was like 90% of my daily saturated fat intake. And I was like, from where, dude? What did they stuff into that sandwich to make it like poison? It's literally bread and cheese. Like, there's no... Okay, huge. I'm like, there's no room in there for enough bad shit to hurt me, right? I don't know. This is my official, like, opinion as a scientist, I guess. Not enough room in there for this shit to hurt me. No, actually, I'll keep the open. I guess picking up a coin giving you a key is basically like letting you open chests for free. It's like, I feel like, yeah, because there's more potential in keys, right? Like if you have a key, you can open anything. If you have that trinket, you can only open golden. Yep. Yep. If you have that trinket, you can only open golden chests. Which then again, maybe would be useful here. So maybe I need to go back for that fucking trinket, man. I don't even know. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. What do you guys want to talk about? What's currently on the brain? I'm seeing the merit in Charge Baby now. I was blind, but now I see. Can I spell candy with 2 letters? Is this like a riddle? Is this like a gotcha? What do you mean, can I spell candy with 2 letters? It's a riddle. You really gonna hit me with a riddle on stream? I gotta like start thinking about this shit now. But like also I like riddles. So you hit me with a riddle like this, I'm like, well, now I gotta stop the presses. I saw that tinted rock right before I left the room. I gotta start thinking about this shit now. Can I spell candy with 2 letters? Well, I mean, I can spell it in like 1 letter. I like, addressed to frickin' Theodore Roosevelt, and I just write candy in it. I can do that. Is that the answer? It's the kind of lateral thinking shit that could be the answer. It's not the answer. Fucking, okay, what is it then? I'm not gonna sit here and throw, like, answers at you. I don't feel like that's gonna make the most fantastic viewing experience for the rest of the people around. Huge. C and Y. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Oh my god. Not devil deal. That's not what I want. Oh, I'm sorry. I made you sad. I did not mean to make you sad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this book was definitely the right call. Oh, what that I could, but I want angel deals, please. If I had like that one deal in here, that's like the duplicity or whatever. Oh, that's a smug emote. A video on riddles. Does your partner like riddles? I have a good podcast to recommend. All I do is have podcast recommendations. You gotta understand, I've been working in a laboratory for 2.5 years. All you do in a laboratory is put a podcast on for 8 hours. I've gone through so many podcasts. You should, yeah, well, I'll put it in later, but if you want to give him the rec right now, it's called Hey Riddle Riddle. It's a pretty good podcast. It's literally just, there's 3 people, one of them presents the other 2 with riddles, and then they answer them, but there's a lot of comedy involved. It's very good. It more often, I stopped listening to it, but because at some point it turned into a little too much like improv comedy and not enough riddle solving, which like if that's perfectly fine. If you want improv comedy in your life, that's also a very good source for it. But it was like listening to it, I was like, well, I want to know what the answer to the riddle is. But they do a lot of fun stuff. Strong recommend. I enjoyed it greatly. No, I mean maybe. We'll see. Maybe we will see. If I like horror and cryptic podcasts. Okay, so in principle, I like horror podcasts, but you have to understand I work in a laboratory with like precision equipment and shit. So like I've tried listening to horror podcasts, but the problem is I get jump scared in the middle of an experiment and I ruined the experiment that actually happened once. So I don't listen to, like, the only time I listen to podcasts is at work, and I can't get scared at work. So I don't listen to that. I listen to quite a few audio dramas. And such. I don't know. Is your partner a big podcast person also? Because I have recs to give always and forever. Recommend a few. The only horror podcast I really know of is Malevolent, but it has fantastic reviews. So if she has not heard of that, go for it. Alternatively, I don't know what kind of stuff does she listen to? Is it the horror cryptic stuff? Actually, wait, horror cryptic. The Silt Versus is another one. Silt Versus. I've never tried it. I've never like because it seemed even too spooky just from the cover and the description. But I also hear it has pretty good reviews. And yeah, if it's just pure audio dramas, I can recommend those all day long. I have a thing. I have audio dramas forever. True crime mythology. Holy shit. True crime. The only one I know of is My Favorite Murder, but I feel like that's like the biggest one. So if she probably knows about that. And mythology. If she likes history, like ish, it's like a history podcast, but it's mostly a comedy podcast. I strongly recommend The Dollop. It's also another one of like those super big ones, but it's so well done and it deserves to be one of the big ones. If she has not tried The Dollop, I would say give it like a bit of a runway. Start with she hasn't heard of it. Holy shit, get her started on it. It's been going since like 2012, so there's like so much of a backlog to go through. So congratulations, you've just discovered your next obsession. I would say give it a bit of a runway. Maybe start with episode. Let's go down. Maybe episode like 30 or something. Like give it a bit of time. But it's good, man. It's real good. Oh, it's in love. It loves me. But mother, I love him. Okay, we can actually go into Mega Satan room. Huge, huge. We can start taking devil deals for what it's worth. Also huge. Mythology. I don't know if I have listened to any proper mythology ones. There's one, but it's very sort of Percy Jackson-esque. Like it's not like pure mythology in the sense of like an academic stuff. It's more like a YA audio drama with a bit of that going on. But Becoming Mother Nature is good. Homestuck is good, but it's not a podcast. I am like I'm one of those because there's a lot of people that like look back on Homestuck and they're like, "Whoa, wasn't that cringe?" Yeesh. Cannot believe I was into that. I read Homestuck when I was a whole ass adult, 2018 in college, and I actually really enjoyed it. Strong recommend. But you know, not really a podcast. But yeah, the premise of the dollop, by the way, the dollop is all American history. But it's all like comedic American history. There's two comedians. I forget their names right now, but one of them researches a story from American history, and another one sort of just reacts to it, and that's it. So it's a fun take on it because there's always some fresh stuff to like be surprised by. Sometimes they do some like more hard-hitting stuff, like I think for episode 300 they did a two-parter on Donald Trump, and that was like, you know, there's comedy to be had there, but there's also like a bit of grim realities. There's another one that's like my personal favorite. It's called the the invention of the jetpack, which it's literally like in the 1970s or something. Some guys decided to create a jetpack, and guess what? They succeeded. Like, that's not even the premise of it. Like, yes, they made a jetpack. The problem is that the jetpack project was like a cursed idol. Like, everyone that got in touch with the jetpack project started going fucking crazy. You looked it up, lol? What did you look it up? Also, hello, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Ouch. I got flustered from a fresh chatter and I took damage. Oh no. Jesus. What a bad look that was. The dollop. Oh, Shade Girlfriend, how you doing? Damn, it was just Shade Girlfriend. What am I getting flustered for? I strongly recommend the dollop. If you give me podcasts you actively listen to, I probably have recommendations. I have a long list of podcasts, and I've tried a bit of everything at some point. Yeah, the jetpack one is by far my favorite episode, because you would think it's just about like some guys trying to invent the jetpack. No. The jetpack gets made within the first like 20 minutes of the podcast. The rest of it is like a protracted legal battle with like backstabbing and murders and like assassinations and hired goons, and it's like a fucking whole thing. It's crazy incredible. Like, yeah, the dollop is honestly a very good podcast, and I really appreciate they keep it fresh. Whenever they go do a live show, they do a story from wherever the live show is. So if they're doing like a live show in Chicago, it's like a Chicago story. But if they are in Australia, which for some reason they go to Australia a lot to do live shows, they do an Australian story, which is fun and fresh and new. Strong recommend. Strong recommend. Hagalaz. I'll keep it, sure. Oh, baby! I was hoping it was AWAS. I put myself on the decorative tile. History, mythology, cryptic horror, and true crime. Oh, rubber cement is huge. History, mythology, cryptic horror, and true crime. My favorite genre is audio dramas. So basically just like a story, just an audiobook, but more immersive, basically. Audiobook, but give me the step sounds and the water sounds and that kind of shit. I enjoy those quite a bit. Out of those, by far, my favorite is Midst. I very, very strongly recommend it to everyone. Ever since I listened to that, every other audio drama has fallen short. It has felt like that was what audio dramas and podcasts were meant to be, and we will never reach that height again. And I know that sounds extreme, but unironically, that's how I feel. Now, don't let that put you off, because I know when something comes very strongly recommended, it's easy also to be like, oof, that seems like a big deal. Oh, also, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Don't think I ever tried those. Audio dramas? I got recommendations for audio dramas for days. That's my favorite one. Because, like, the other stuff... granted, what I listen to most these days is stuff like... The Dollop or My Brother and Me, which ultimately is just people chatting. But I think it's just because that's easy listening. But my favorite will always be audio dramas, my beloved. There's just such rich tapestry. Is this a Hush run? We've done Hush. I don't even need to think about that. Fuck yeah. Okay, also, give me lump of coal. Please, lump of coal me. What way? This way? Oh, you bastard. Pretty fly, though. Are we going up or are we going down? Time suck. I'm sorry, for a white guy? What? Am I getting profiled in my podcast, Rex? Are you into the history and backgrounds of things? Oh, pretty fly for a white. Oh. I thought you said, like, you were saying time suck's a good one for a white guy. Like, if you are Caucasian, yeah, I guess give time suck a try. Oh shit. I got shellacked. You know what? Yeah, give me that. I have rubber cement, and that's already gonna help me plenty. Yeah, there was... God, don't actually listen to it because it turned so disappointing. There was one that was like a horror podcast. It was called... Well, it was like a mystery podcast mostly. It was called Tower 4. And it was kind of... Have you ever watched or played the game Firewatch? Which is like about this guy that decides to go be... well, watch for fires for the summer. It's just, you don't, this is not required reading, don't worry. I can explain the whole premise to you. It's just a guy that for the summer decides to go and look for fires. He just puts himself in a little tower. It's sort of like a park ranger sponsored program where they just get volunteers living in these towers for like a month at a time. And then you look for fires and you hopefully don't find any, and then you go home. And that's it. And the whole of the game is a very sort of walkie narrative thing where you talk via walkie-talkie to another person in a different Firewatch tower. And that's sort of, you know, I don't want to spoil the story, but there's like stuff happening and like a bit of like a local mystery or whatever. That's the video game, Firewatch. Tower 4 is basically that premise put in podcast form. And it's done very well in the beginning. There's like a mystery that keeps building, but it kind of falls to the trap that a lot of these podcasts that try to do mysteries falls, which is sort of what I would call the lost uh, uh like paradox, right? The Lost situation, the TV show Lost I'm talking about, where you build so much mystery that there is no possible payoff that actually makes it worthwhile, right? Like, you've built such a big web of lies and such a big, there's no way there's one neat answer that actually solves everything, right? So you kind of like have screwed yourself because you have to keep digging deeper and you have to keep making things like more and more convoluted, keep going and going. They did that with Tower 4 and it kind of became like, let me get you with a plot twist. I'm gonna hit you with a plot twist because I'm gonna tell you right now, it does not worth your time. There are freaking vampires living in a vault deep in the forest. That's literally the plot. There's like a government facility that is making vampires. But like, that is not at all related to, you know, he was going around and he was like, oh my god, I swear I saw this. I saw Bigfoot or something. Like, it was like one of those things where like something rustled, or like he goes out to look for fires or surveil his domain or whatever he does. And he comes back and he's like, did I leave the door unlocked? And he looks and he's like, I don't think anything's missing, but I could swear this wasn't here before. Or like, oh my god, I think they're tapping my radio or something. You know, like that kind of thing where you're like, ooh, the mystery, the plot thickens. And then next things you know, fucking there's vampires. It was just such a sudden twist and apropos of nothing. It just felt very, yeah. Do I think Bigfoot is real? God, no. I mean, you know, everyone and their dog is walking around with a camera these days. You're telling me we wouldn't have found them at this point? I'm sorry. We keep encroaching on nature, right? Like, the more humanity exists, the more we kind of like, really get up in what would be Bigfoot's domain and in his territory. You're telling me that we haven't found him yet? Also, like, are we talking about Bigfoot like the singular entity? Because there's no thing that lives that long at that size. They're like, you know, if you are Bigfoot sized, you die. Like, the longest you could live would probably be something like, I don't know. Wow. I didn't know he could do that. The longest you can live is probably like 100 years. You know, that's sort of like, I would say, good estimate for like mammal-sized things. I need. Oh, fuck. That was huge. That was huge. Thank you. Like, if there's only one Bigfoot, it would have died of old age. Because we've been talking about Bigfoot for as long as they've been people in the US, which is 300 years or so. And if there's a community of Bigfoots, we would have seen them, statistically speaking. I believe it's a possibility. I haven't seen concrete evidence. I'm not here to rain on your parade. Ultimately, if you want to believe Bigfoot is real, live your best life, go for it. I'm not gonna sour your deal. I mean, yeah, the problem is they're all devil deals. I don't want to be taking devil deals, not really. Does not affect the item pedestals in the void floor. Okay. Let's try. No, I think there's just, you know, the Earth is only so big, and we've got satellites and cameras and shit pointing everywhere. I think ultimately all of those little critters, like, you know, maybe not yet. Right now, I think they're more than anything a statistical not impossibility, but freaking inching on it, right? Like, I would be shocked if there is such a thing as Bigfoot. But yes, it's true, we have not scoured every inch of the planet. But we're getting closer, right? Like, every day that passes, we're finding more, and we're looking at more shit. And it's like, yeah, eventually there's gonna be a situation where it's like, we would have seen him. You're telling me, like, you know, I can walk around the country and find my college professor across the country at a freaking Cracker Barrel, but I can't find Bigfoot? That's like a little much. You know, that's my take. Is it a good take? Is it a bad take? I don't know. I leave that to the audience. It is not mine. It is not my lot to say. I am Socrates standing on my... who was it that was in the barrel? I don't think it was Socrates. Who was the motherfucker in the barrel? It was someone else. Jesus fuck. I keep not actually unlocking anything. Fucking give me Judas then. Let's go. Oh, man. This is what happens. I get like a decent run going, then you get me yapping. Next thing I know, I'm espousing the injustices and unfairnesses in our society. And it's over. It's over for y'all. Can I ping in the server? I wanted to... oh, absolutely. Yeah, feel free to ping. Do I have the ability to? Yeah, of course. I have the ability to. I just kind of, when I start a run, I like choose a thing and see what happens. But yeah, I've been mother on a couple of characters. I think Azazel has been mother. Isaac has been mother. Samson, I'm pretty sure I've been mother with. So yeah, I can definitely unlock tainted characters. I just don't do it yet. I don't know why, really. Just like, because I like to unlock things as I go, and unlocking a tainted character is like a bit more work than just doing a normal run, and I'm already fucking dying doing normal runs, so... like, if I get like a truly busted run, like if I get, you know, I'm getting Brimstone, I'm getting Ipecac, I'm getting fucking... you know, if I get like... that will happen with Judas. If I get a freaking crazy run going, then I'm like, yeah, hit me up with some The Ascent. Let's go defeat the beast. I think I've done it with Isaac, actually, so I must have unlocked Tainted Isaac. But yeah, I don't know. I don't try hard too much on this save, because this is the stream save, and I'd rather be entertaining than a gamer right now, as you can see. I don't know, I just feel like if you tune in and all I'm doing is playing, you know, like what are you gaining from being here? If you tune in and all that's happening is I'm just standing here slack-jawed playing a video game and there's no overlaying commentary, there's no personality with it, that was, let's say, intentional, then I'm like, what are we even doing here, you know? Oh, I need to unlock the Lost is another thing. I unlocked the poster trinket, but I haven't actually seen it yet. The second I do, you know I'm walking into a sacrifice room. You know that's happening. Fun fact, you might know this, you might not. If you don't hit this boss for like a few rounds, it goes away and it gives you the flute that summons Plum. If you just dodge the boss for like, I don't know, half a minute or something, 30 seconds, yeah. That was a targeted hit. I have an item that increases my damage. As I said, not a gamer. You know. no gamers were harmed in the making of this video, because there are no gamers here. I mean, I'll take it, but I'm pretty sure that's the thing that kills me in one hit, so let's be very careful now, people. Does the audio change at all if I speak like this? Does this get like ASMR-y in your ear? If it does, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. Sure. There has to be... I need to check. 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 That's done. Jesus, no there isn't. There's a dearth of things to talk about. I was thinking like, what is there to talk about? I've run out. The well is dry. There is nothing to be talking about. I mean, okay, there's plenty of things to be talking about if we're willing to get political in here. Problem is I don't want to, even though there's only really one side to be on, let's be honest. But I don't want to start getting into all that. That's a whole can of worms, and I don't like worms. Oh, man. It does actually worry me a little bit. I don't know. I feel like this is getting political, but not. Because it does worry me, because like I'm about to get into a PhD program, which, you know, requires me to do research, which hopefully will be government funded. However, a bunch of government funding for research is getting axed. So I'm like, am I even gonna be able to do this? I don't know. It's a whole freaking affair, this shit. Now, I think if we have good devil deals, we just take them. Being completely honest here. If we have a good devil deal, we take that shit. Huge. That's not really good. I mean... I don't have any familiars. You know what? I am of the school of fuck it, we ball. This is not the only game I play. This is my main game. Because as you have hopefully seen by now, it's a game that I can, at least to a degree, play while I talk. So it kind of lends itself very easily to me recapping my week, you know, talking about whatever, and all the playing happens in the non-conscious mind. It's taken over by the cerebellum, and meanwhile I'm just kind of sitting here talking about, I don't know, fucking, what have we even talked about today? Everything, podcasts, right? But I like to do longer streams on the weekend. This is like, I do a couple of shorter streams during the week. I'm trying to do 6 to 8:30 p.m. Pacific time, Tuesdays and Thursdays is my plan. And weekends, I like to do a longer stream if I can, where I just pick like a game and I play that. Right now I'm going through Skyrim, which I have never played before, and I'm having a lot of fun with. Give me that. Choirs? What is choirs? Huge. Ludovico technique? Okay, fucking... Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's one of those that, like, when you see it, you gotta take it. Right? We did. Oh, we talked about choirs. Yeah, the Miami Boys Choir. Or the Miami Boys, whatever it's called. It's so good, dude. It's so good. I'm not even Jewish. They got me freaking Singing praise be, hallelujah. Yeah, now the thing is, I have taken Ludovico technique, which is good, but that does require the full brain to operate. Because now I'm basically controlling two characters, yapping, and trying to not get hit, and trying to hit it's a lot. It's a lot of brain. It's a lot of brain for one little guy that's as dumb as I am. I'm just a little stupid guy. You can't be doing this to me. I'll sue. Never mind. I'm actually so good at this game, guys. I don't know if I told you this. It throws me off the way you two have the same color in chat. Because I read and I'm like, oh, is that Shade War or is that Hinotori? Yeah, I'm pink. Yeah, you are. Hello, Hourly. How long you been here? Also, I love the pink. I used to be pink. I changed it to like a metallic thing because I was like, I mean, my name is Gallium. I thought it was the book I had earlier. It is not the book I had earlier. This is the damage up. Let's forget we ever saw that, gang. I used to be pink, but I changed it because like Gallium is all metallic and shit. And that's me. I'm Gallium. Just got here. Sorry for being late. Yeah, you're 2 hours late. So freaking change your name legally. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take your entire stock. I'll even take this one. Honestly, I'm kind of hurting for health right now. You're an hour late to being an hour late. Oh my god, you are. Wait, you can like Euler's method your freaking name into whatever you want, actually. Yeah, I'm 2 hours late, but is that not just 2 increments of being 1 hour late? In which case, I'm in the clear. And it's like, holy shit. Not only are you in the clear, you're a philosopher, my guy. Also, did you see that dodging, by the way? Me yapping, Ludovico techniquing, and not taking damage there. I am a gamer, sometimes. Something about Ludovico technique kind of awakens my ultra instinct. I'll be sitting here freaking... Oh, I'll show you actually in a bit. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. But my thumb actually hurts pretty bad. It's good that I'm not like using it. I don't need to use it for anything that I'm doing right now. I don't know if you can see actually, but my thumb is like half purple. Can that be seen at all? Oh yeah, it can kind of be seen. That's from reaching into the cold storage at work. Because we have like, I mean, sure. We have like, we store cells in liquid nitrogen, and it wasn't even the liquid nitrogen, but we store samples in cold storage, right? That's what you do when you do science like that. And I reached into that and I was looking for something for like 2 minutes, and my thumb legit got like frostbite. It's crazy. I'm out here like a freaking an explorer of the pole, except I'm literally just a wimpy Mediterranean guy that cannot handle a little bit of cold on his fingy. I've decided I'm playing good now. I've decided I'm not gonna play bad anymore. I'm just a good player now. FYI, just so you know. Good players remember to use their active items. Just FYI, so you know. The more you know. It's that easy, people. It's that easy. Perfection! Wait, I've literally not even gotten hit. Yeah. I mean, you gotta, dude. I mean, you gotta, dude. Okay, did I go to the shop this floor? I did. I mean, but you gotta, right? I mean, Ludovico Brimstone is some of the best shit ever. Come on. What have you been up to hourly? Oh god. Immediately died. Of course. Of course. I knew it. Welcome to Gamerhood. Oh no. That comment hurts. It hurts to read that. Curse of Darkness Elite. I mean, I did it to myself. I got the champion's belt. I should have known what I was getting into. I was about to be inducted into the Gamer Hall of Fame. Me and my freaking little purple thumb. Now, I'll forever be remembered as the guy that had it all and squandered it. I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I don't know if y'all ever did that. When you were... I mean, of course, I don't know if any of you learned English as a second language. I did. I learned English as a second language, and to do it, they had us learn freaking songs. And I remember very clearly Viva la Vida by Coldplay. We learned that one. There was something else we learned. We All Live in a Yellow Submarine. We of course also did that. But it was like songs like that we literally they used to teach us English. I don't know why. It was fun though. I mean, you know, it worked. It worked patently. Here I am, freaking an English speaking boy. Super secret down. From that room, bet. If I make it out alive, I'll do it for you. By the way, Shade Ward, tell him. I actually wait. I never asked you your pronouns, Hour Late. What are your pronouns? I don't want to be misgendering no one out here. Down here? Alright, you better be right. She? Every time I get it wrong, man. I'm going off of vibes. Every time. Shade War? Tell her. I got freaking both the secret room and super secret room like first fucking try in the what's it called, Gehenna or whatever. You were there? No, today while you were not there. Freaking I was there. Stolen Valor, you were not there, you only got here, you told me. SMH my head. Wait, I'm realizing something real quick. Let me go check a thing, because I think I might have messed something up in my overlays, which is why it's not making a sound for me sometimes when something happens. Let me go to my OBS. And no, it is supposed to be working. Okay, weird. Never mind. So true. Gallium GG in chat. Drop a follow if you want to see more. And then very non-threateningly aiming a gun at you. Just in a friendly way. You know how it is. It's so crazy how I have become now actually, I think, a decent researcher, or at least a decent, like, I can hold high level conversations about my research, which I did not used to be able to like a year ago. And that's on reading papers, my guys. Unironically, I started reading a bit of papers here and there just to like keep myself appraised with what's going on. And especially also, you know, probably helped reading the papers that came from the research that I helped in. That's gonna help me understand my research, I thought, and you know what? I was fucking right. Turns out, when you read about the thing, you learn about the thing. Who knew? Are they teaching kids that in school? They should get on that. I heard on the radio. I'm a radio Andy now, by the way. I've become a commuter. I've become a radio listener. I used to put on podcasts, but I'm like, you know what? No. Put me on God's like shuffle list. Just I skip around until I find a radio that's either doing some morning radio or doing music. I start listening to that. And I become appraised of what's going on in the world. I become a citizen of my city. And apparently there was a school somewhere in California, I think, where the students decided to stop using social media at all. They uninstalled social media and they gave their phones to their teacher when they got to class, which, by the way, the students did not decide to do that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The students didn't do it. The school was like, hey, we're part of a program now and we're doing this, so get with it or get gone. And they were like, okay, yes, miss. And they did it reluctantly. But apparently their grades like went way up. And it's so easy. It's kind of funny because it's like it's so patently fucking obvious that what is wrong with society, and especially what is wrong with kids, because like education, like reading levels keeps going down, etc. Yeah, exactly. It's so like sadly obvious that the problem is phones and social media and the way it's all engineered to keep sucking your attention like that. Good pills. Thank you, devil. Thank you. Yeah, fuck it. Just get me on a run, normal run. I'm like, it's so fucking funny how like every time they do a study like this, they're like, hey guys, when we took the fucking serotonin machine away from them, they started actually experiencing life and getting happy that way and seeking their own achievements and actually learning. Isn't that fucking crazy? Anyway, let's not do anything about that though. It's so funny. It's also kind of crazy because I feel like when I was in school, I wish I could. I would listen. Listen. I thought about making that joke. How dare you make it though? Oh man. And now you've made me forget what I was saying. You made me forget what my next point was. You started talking about sucking attention, and now like fucking I gotta stop and jerk off, man. You can't do that to me. You sucked my attention. Shit. Fuck. Don't you hate it when someone what's like the original like meme tweet, like don't you hate it when someone in a low-cut dress or something walks into the subway and you gotta put down your book and start jerking off? Oh, actually I remembered what I was going to talk about. Yeah, I feel like I was a student not even that long ago, and yet somehow like the respect that kids have for teachers has become abysmal in the short time since I was a student. I feel like when I was a student, there we go. I mean, I'll pop this for one floor. Oh, it's a pogged familiar. We love to see it. When I was a student, like you did not use your phone in the classroom. That was not a thing that you did. And if you did, it was like this, you know, it was like a sort of like a very hidden thing. It was like a trying not to. By the way, we were not slick at all, cuz I can so easily tell when someone is fucking using their phone while driving just by looking in my rear view mirror. You think a teacher looking directly at you can't see? But anyway, it's crazy now. I'm thinking about it. I'm like students these days, from what I hear from friends of mine that are in teaching and just anecdotal shit I keep reading on social media, they are just full on their phone. Like, unless you take it away from them when they walk into the classroom or something, it's over. It's doomed. I spent a bomb to get 5 bombs. But it's like, where did that fear go? Like, I feel like there used to be a bit of fear from teachers. Well, I mean, yeah, towards teachers from students. You used to be a little afraid. Now it's like there's none of that. We ran out of fear. Maybe the parents wouldn't buy them phone. Okay, also so true. I didn't have a phone until I was 12, which even then, my parents were like, you're too young to have a phone. And I feel like that helped a bunch. Oh shit, hello. Thank you very much for the raid, gang. Let me give y'all a quick shout out. The kids are asleep. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the raid. I am Gallium GG. I play a bit of everything, mostly Isaac while I yap during the weekdays, and then other games during the weekend. Currently, I'm going through Skyrim, which is my first time ever playing it, so if you want to see some of that, drop a follow, stick around, etc., etc. Right now, we are espousing the freaking indignities in the school system, so you can also hang out and talk about that, I suppose. Yeah, I was talking about how, like, I feel like the students are not afraid of teachers anymore. Which, like, you know, there was a point in time where they were maybe a little too afraid because the teacher could freaking, like, give you a black eye in front of the gang, and, like, that's definitely not okay. But I feel like we're now in territory where a teacher can't do anything to you, and you as a student know it. And I feel like that's where we're treading dangerous waters. Do I want to go for... Yeah, I'm gonna try for Angel Deals. I keep doing this and kneecapping my runs, but I'm gonna try for Angel Deal. I'm a greedy boy. How was the Mass Effect Legendary Edition? How was all that? Also, by the way, the ones that were already here, go give the kids are asleep a follow. They're very fantastic people. It's Valerie and Eric, respectively, an accomplished writer and musician. So there's a lot of art in the household, and there's a lot of knowledge on how to entertain. So, you know, go hang out, go say something. Got to punch some fools. That, you know, I'm having my eyes opened to that in Skyrim right now. It's a lot of fun. The first day we walked into a classroom. Exactly, like there used to be, like, now, because it used to be that teachers could, like, take away your phone. I don't know if they can do that anymore. Because now, like, you know, the tiger mom is going to come into the school and be like, well, what if I needed to urgently call my kid? And I'm like, it used to be that the parents would call the school if they needed something, and then, like, the principal or the secretary or someone would come and be like, hey, can Gallium step aside? We've got their dad on the phone. Or like, hey, so they're coming to pick you up, something happened, right? And then, you know, there was even the extra level of cool when that happened, because you got to friggin' pack your shit in front of your classmates and kind of strut out, and they were like, damn, look at him. What? And when I see chilling effect in the wild, I'm like, whoa, hey. Also, wait, let me maybe pause the game. Gang, read it. It's good. It's real good. Give it a read. I saw it at, like, a book fair. I was like, well, I gotta. Yeah, I told you. She's a writer. She's written for Magic the Gathering. Is that like the most popular thing you have written for? The most sort of like wide appeal IP that you have written for? You did some like Eldraine stuff, didn't you? You wrote? Valerie is really cool, y'all. Excellent and Bloomborough. Oh. Yeah. Wait, Bloomborough is the one that like came out recently that was all about like the cute rabbits and stuff. I don't know if it's one of those that they've like revisited or they just made it up from whole cloth just now. But that one like was that like super cute one that was sort of Artemis Fowl or Arthur and the Minimoys type stuff, right? Where it's like these little creatures, little bunnies having their own societies and being warriors and shit. That kind of stuff. That was the animals. Made it up all new. Hell yeah, it's very fun. I'm going for angel deals. Come on, Satan. You can't be doing this. I'm trying to get like a good word in with the big guy upstairs. Satan, come on. Is maximum nerd cred what writing for Magic the Gathering? Absolutely it is, yeah. Next time I get into like a lore debate with someone about Magic the Gathering, I'm gonna be like, okay, well let me get it straight from the horse's mouth and I'll just give you a call, Valerie. That's gonna be cool. That's how we're gonna do it. Let me get it straight from the source. Let me tap that freaking maple tree of knowledge. Had nerds. Okay, well, what the fuck? You disappear for the whole stream and now you come freaking slander us? What is this shit? There's like an invisible guy. Yep, there he is, motherfucker. I see you. I'm a little like, I got a bit of a potty mouth on me when I stream. I don't normally cuss that much. I don't know why I said cuss instead of curse, like I had not just said motherfucker, but that's sort of like my, you know, I don't know why my streamer personality curses quite a bit, which is not great for my YouTube videos. I gotta say, it's the games. The games, they're making me violent, gang. Maybe they were right. Okay, there we go. I had to hit one of them that was poisoned, and then now we're good. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. I start cursing quite a bit, which is like maybe a bit of a problem because I'm like, how am I ever going to tell anyone I know IRL that, you know, that's not one of y'all? Because I don't even know. Okay, let's be honest. I know you. I've known you for like years, but I wouldn't say that I know you IRL, right? I mean, for one, we've never met IRL, so I think that's probably the biggest wrench in those particular works. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you very much for that quote. Always keeping me honest. Love to hear it. There's been some quotes while you were gone, I think, but it's fine. Some of them they don't make it through. They don't pass the sanity check. No. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to donate. Oh. We are internet friends. But like I've told very few people I know IRL that I stream. It's not that I'm keeping it a secret or anything, but it's also the kind of thing that maybe I would like to be just like a me thing, you know? It's not like a thing I'm ashamed of. It's like a thing I'm very proud of, but also maybe I just want it to be a me thing and not an us thing. And frickin' if I ever want to change that, I gotta stop cursing like that, cause you know they're gonna be like, "What the hell, Gallium? I didn't know you had that in you. I didn't know that's what you got up to." How am I gonna show? Okay, how am I ever going to go to my like in-laws and be like, hey, wanna see what I do with my free time? If you want to connect with me or something? God forbid I ever start making a living with this shit, because they're gonna have to like pop in and be like, all right, let's see what the kid said he's making his money off of. And it turns out I'm out here friggin' saying everything and anything and calling everyone names. I don't know. I was just slandering my childhood friend earlier this stream. Putting up a bouncer at the door. Best believe it, though. Like, unironically, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the affiliate program because I choose not to be, because, again, it would be illegal for me to make money from money from streaming. It would not be legal for me to do that. But the moment I start making money off of it, and if I ever choose to like pursue it in any kind of further capacity, I'm gonna have to get real honest with some people real quick. That's gonna be a problem. Let's see if we can get you like into a corner here. See if we can lose you in some fucking weeds. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. Fuck. You can give the money to me unironically. I mean, the problem is I would still have to earn the money to give it to you, and it would also probably be illegal, or it could be construed as illegal if I was streaming and then the money was going to you, because either A, I am in some sort of indentured streamitude, or B, like there's some other, like, I'm trying to get around the law in some way. Like, at least in the eyes of the law, they're gonna see that sitch and they're gonna be like, yeah, this guy is trying to get around us by working but reporting that someone else is earning the money. Otherwise, I need to earn the money anyway and get taxed on it and then pass it on to you, which, if, like, I'm earning the money, which I can't do. But for real, like, the moment I start making any kind of money off of streaming, that's for sure a chunk of it is going to, like moderation and stuff. Because even if you don't do much, like, because we don't, not to, like, disparage you or anything, you don't do much because there isn't much to do. There's not a massive community to moderate, and there's not a lot of, like, bots and shit that show up. So you're fine for the most part, but you're putting in like some effort, and any effort should be rewarded, IMO. So yeah, you're gonna get, like, I don't know, not a lot of money, because I'm not gonna make a lot of money, but like a bit. I'm gonna kick a little something your way, sure. Have like a couple coffees a month on me. You can do that. Oh. Not this room. Never mind. I was gonna say never mind, he's so good, but actually no, he's not. You're coming? Wait, I didn't see. You're coming to California in July? Actually, we should hang. Wait, I might not be here in July. Because my visa runs out June, like the beginning of June. So I'll probably need to leave to go get a new visa to start my PhD studies and shit. But I'll probably be gone June through September. Oh no. Oh no, foiled again. Yeah. I mean, we'll even friggin' see what the visa landscape is looking like in a few months. Because it's not gonna be great either. It was already not a super easy thing to do to get into this country. The way it's going right now, it's not gonna get easier for sure. Yeah. Nice. Getting a visa sounds expensive as hell. It's not very expensive, actually. Getting a visa, all you have to do is pay like a document processing fee, which I believe is like maybe $100 tops. Because like the difficulty in getting a visa is administrative, right? Because not only there's different ways of getting a visa. If you're getting a student visa like I am getting, you need to have an educational institution willing to sort of go out on a limb for you and be like, yeah, we want this person in the country, give them a visa, please. So they give you a document that's an immigration document that you can give to a US embassy and be like, hey, these people want me in the country, give me a visa, please. Right? That's sort of that's how that typically goes. There's other ways you can get a visa. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get a visa that's literally you pay $500,000. Because it's like, well, you pay. You basically write some sort of statement being like, I will use these $500,000 to set up a business in the US. And then the US is like, brother, where have you been? Come in, come in. Yeah, you can vote or whatever. So, like, I'm pretty sure that's one way to get a visa. Sadly, I don't have $500,000 lying around. Believe you me, if I did. Actually, my life, I'd like to imagine would be pretty similar, but yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get raided, because at least for now, I'm here legally. So, like, you know. Sure, the current administration maybe doesn't care too much about that, but it's gotta be good for something. Yeah, there's actually another way to get a visa. That's, you just, like, a citizen can sponsor you. That's, like, a bit of a crazy one. But apparently a citizen can just, like, basically kind of put themselves as vouch for you, I guess is the way to put it. They can vouch for you. They can be like, yeah, I think this person should get a visa, or I think this person should be allowed to be in the country. But basically they are taking full responsibility. It's sort of like if you bring someone that wasn't invited to a party and like you are the only person they know, basically. It's sort of you, if they knock over the freaking like if they knock over the punch bowl, that's on you. Like, you know, like you're not getting invited again and you are leaving with them. And so it's like if the person you vouch for a visa gets into trouble, then you probably are somewhat responsible for having been like, hey, I vouch for this person. I need to club calm. Alright, good night. I was gonna say it's pretty early. I don't know where you live. Maybe it's not pretty early. Good night, have sweet dreams. Thank you very much for the raid. Once again, people, if you do not follow them, what the hell are you even doing with your life? When are you gonna get your act together? Your father and I have been waiting for a long time. For a long time for you to get your act together and finally follow The Kids Are Asleep on Twitch. How long have I said? Clean your room, do the dishes, follow The Kids Asleep on Twitch. That's all you need to do. And yet, what do I see? The bed is not made. Kids Are Asleep is not followed. When are you gonna get your act together? George, oh. Yeah, go to bed then. Holy, it's pretty late. Pretty sure I follow them. Pretty sure does not cut it. Pretty sure I did my taxes this year. You think that's gonna fly? Come on, come on. Get serious. Be for real. Be for real. You got me, my bed isn't made. Mine isn't either, don't worry. Okay, but like what's the point of making a bed? And don't say like, you know, like it's for sanity, cuz it's not. Making a bed is a chore and then you undo it at the end of the day. It's another way through which society keeps us in its Sisyphean clutch. Because I swear to God, there is nothing to be gained by making a bed. In fact, an unmade bed feels all the sweeter to slip into. Like when you have an unmade bed and the comforter, like it's like a good wine bottle. You've let it breathe. You've left it open for a while. You've let it get oxygenated. And then you get in there and it's like it feels fresh. It covers you better. An unmade bed is actually healthier. Damn right, it feels that way. Best believe. I'm not going through all of that. It lets the bed breathe. Unironically, wait, actually, the bullshit I was saying that it's like a wine bottle, it's actually for real better. I mean, of course, I knew all along. But that's so cool. Yeah, like having a bed made, it's like one of those things that's like in my house, right? Where like back in my house back home, we have all the beds, all the bedrooms are upstairs. The living room and bathrooms and shit, like anywhere a guest might conceivably be, is all downstairs. If a guest is going upstairs, they're spending the night, right? And that's, we don't have that very often. When family is coming over for like a dinner, my mom will be like, come on, Gallion, what are you doing? Go make your bed, make your bed. And I'm like, fucking why? Are they gonna show up at our door with like a clipboard and be like, all right, let me see the state of these beds? Hello, we're here with the lottery. If the beds are made, you get $1 million. Otherwise, fuck you. No, man. They're not gonna see shit. Out of sight, out of freaking mind, baby. In fact, doesn't it feel even better knowing like you're kind of getting a little away with something? Good night, Alyssa. They're dropping like flies now. Yeah. I mean, that'll happen now that I've chosen a later start time to my stream. We kind of lose an hour from the people in the eastern parts of the country. That'll happen for sure. Such is life. Ah. Whoa, you, man. I'm gonna up my damage a little bit to survive. Whoa, shit. Okay, I need to keep an eye out for those little shadows. Okay, huge. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm the weird clean freak when guests come over. Okay, same. Like, when guests are coming over, no. Best believe I'm, like, putting best foot forward and I'm cleaning shit out. Yeah, I do that, sure. But I clean the kitchen. I clean the living room. I clean the stuff, you know? Like, people are not... Okay, in this apartment, maybe, because it's a pretty decently small apartment, so chances are, you know, there's 2 rooms. So... There's maybe like a 50% chance they choose the wrong door and they end up, instead of in the bathroom, in the bedroom. That can happen, sure. So maybe, yeah, like I take a bit more care there. If you've got like a house, you can just be like, hey, don't go upstairs. And then if they go upstairs, then fucking, why do you care if the bed's not made? They're the ones breaking social decorum. They're the ones that broke the social contract by deciding to go upstairs. It's got nothing to do with you. Aw. No, I already went in here. Fuck. Does being knocked out? Yep. That worked, baby. It didn't work exactly like I wanted it to, but it worked. So we take it. Every time we take those. Yeah. I think, you know, the key to happiness, maybe stop making your bed. Start going for a little run in the morning. Instead of making your bed, go for a run in the morning. Try doing that. Take some of that, call me in the morning. See how you're feeling. We'll see how we're feeling after that. Promise you, it's gonna help. I'm so worried. I've been a commuter Andy for so long now. I started commuting to work like, I don't even know, back in November, because it was getting a little too cold for the bike. And I'm gonna continue commuting, I think, all the way through February, because one of the places I'm applying to for PhDs is the university I currently work at. So it's like I already have a parking spot there and everything. So for all the recruitment shit, I don't need to worry about getting a different spot. So I'm like, all the way through the end of February, I'm gonna be taking the car to work. Beyond then, I'm like, I'm cooked. I'm gonna get on that bicycle. I'm gonna melt on it. Like, I'm not ready for that smoke anymore. Oh, yes, please. Yeah, orbital. I'll take it. Anything that'll block some tears for me. Anything that'll get in the way. Anything that'll like get down, Mr. President. We had, this reminds me, for my freshman year of college, my roommate was the floor president for my dorm. And so we had like a keyword that he could say that was like, if he ever said that, I would tackle him and say, "Get down, Mr. President." The problem is we made it a word that was like, it was not super uncommon, but it was common enough you could accidentally say it and not like realize it. I think it was like wagon or something like that. So it's like a word where like doesn't come up naturally, but if you're like talking about trains or something at some point, it might come up. And there was once where like across the living room, I see him say wagon. I forget exactly why. And you better believe I dashed across the whole living room and I yelled, "Get down, Mr. President," and I tackled him to the floor. But it's fine. He broke my computer. He didn't mean to, but he broke my computer once. So maybe that's just payback. That's on karma. He broke... Okay, actually, because I'm a little pissed off about this. He broke my computer. He never, like, offered to, like, help pay to repair it or help pay to get me a new one or anything. He was getting into bed drunk as hell coming back from a party, and he knocked a tall glass full of water over top of my desk, did not realize it, and just left it there. Left my computer marinating in the juices all night. And I did not realize it switched targets. All night, and I did not realize that had happened. And then the next morning, the computer was fried completely. Oh, we're not doing too hot right now. Yeah, I need to pay close attention and start. Yeah, okay, so this is the one that's closest sometimes, but if I'm directly below it, I'm the one that's closest. It's like, that's the kind of thing where like this item is pretty decent because it draws a lot of aggro away from me, but at the same time, it gets a little confusing because unless you keep close track of it, it can kind of get away from you like that. Yeah, you know you're kind of cooked when it gets to the phases where she's spawning bosses and shit. You know the run's maybe not all that when that's happening. Okay, I've only got one hit left in me now. Oh god, not these fucking guys. Oh, okay, she killed them. She killed them. Bounce, boy, bounce. Be free. Never mind. We are at 8:45. The aforementioned stream time was supposed to be 8:30, so I think we're gonna end it here for today. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no stream this Saturday already mentioned because I am going on a PhD recruitment thing, so that's a foregone day. That day is fully blocked out. Sunday, Skyrim. Be there. Let's see who we're. Let me see if any of my regulars are streaming. If they are not, I will. Okay. I think I got someone that's one of yours. I got Pillow Senpai over here. We could raid at them. We could raid out to a Pillow Senpai for sure. They're doing art right now. Jamming out, working, and talking with chat. It's a very fun, honestly, very good art. Fun VTuber. I'm gonna raid out to them. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you stick around and say hi to the other streamer we're raiding out to. Once again, I'm Gallium GG. Catch me around, drop a follow, and subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, that's crazy. Congratulations making it to the end. And Sunday, Skyrim. Yes, remember that. Remember, Mason, the numbers. What do they mean?